global game jam in 2023, we turned Wordle into a turn-based deck building fighting game, and we did it in 48 hours. The reason I'm saying we is because I did it together with Exie. He's a game designer from the same school, who's also a talented developer. If you see my other videos, you know I could never make a working game in 48 hours on my own. But together, no one can stop us. For the people who don't know what a game jam is, apparently not everyone does, because I keep explaining to people, we don't game for 48 hours, we make a game. It's different, mom. The global game jam is one of many game jams each year, and all you do is make a game in a really short time around one theme. In reality, it's a week, but some schools turn it into a 48-hour event where you don't sleep, which is what we did as well. Let's begin. So this year's theme was roots. First you obviously think about plants, trees, family, but after writing a lot of shit down, we realized, what the f? We just made roots. This whole mind map is roots. Thoughts have roots. Words have roots. So there are a lot of games based on making words. Scrabble, Word Feud, obviously Wordle. People couldn't shut up about it, but now it's a dying trend. It was fun for a year, but really, how long can you keep sending each other those stupid squares? So how about we spice it up? So gameplay. You choose a name in a deck of letters, and one for one you start fighting against enemies. What you need to do is make words that contain the same letters your enemy has in its name. If you do this, the enemy loses those letters. You continue till you completely destroy its name. But wait, the enemy makes words to destroy your name as well. Make words to defend your name and defeat your enemies. Next up, you can build your deck and fight stronger and stronger enemies. Awesome, so we have 48 hours. I'll only be going over my perspective this video. Exie will do the coding, and you can watch his more technical point of view on his channel. Link in description. I will do visuals inside. And by the way, we're doing it in the game engine Unity, not sponsored. Starting is always the hardest. What's it gonna look like? What the f? But we have no time, so I'm just going with the first idea I have. So, little stone arena and a mysterious orb enemy thing. I thought, well, I made rocks before, so I could just quickly make a little stone arena in an hour or so. I was fucking around, and it's taking way too much time. I want to sculpt detail and make it pretty. And I have 48 hours. I need to learn how to prioritize. Have I learned nothing from last time? So I'm leaving this for later. Let's make an actual enemy first. So I was trying to come up with a little concept, and I decided to just look around with visual effects. I was spending around an hour, and it doesn't really look like an enemy. So I gave it eyes, and now it does. I wanted to make letter particles, kind of like a Minecraft enchantment table has, because that's awesome and magical. And fun fact, I needed a sprite sheet with letters for that, but I have no time, so I asked ChatGPT to write some code that scrolls through letters, and boom! What a time we live in. Made a shader, connected it to some visual effects, and let's go! That worked really well. What the f? Then I added some shake with the smooth shake asset I made in another video, and here you go, floating enemy, looking pretty good. So next up, while Exie was busy with the main mechanics, I wanted to make 3 doors you can choose between to go to the next level. I'm not that good at programming, but Exie was really busy, so I thought I could just quickly try it myself. Oh. Oh my god, it almost works. Literally 5 of the 48 hours I spent on these stupid doors. I need to learn to give up earlier. So Exie tried it, and he fixed it in like 10 minutes. Let's forget that this happened and get back to work. So meanwhile, Exie set up the main mechanics and found a huge word library we can use, and I just need to make pretty UI. So while I was working on that, I changed fonts, and I noticed something very interesting. So we had anime protagonist as placeholder name the entire time, as you do, of course. And I noticed any words that contain other letters don't work. What the f? This is the weirdest bug ever. So investigating, I found out Unity uses an image which includes all letters for a font. And I noticed it only has the letters from anime protagonist. How does this make sense? When did that happen? What the fuck? Okay, I fixed it. I'm still really confused though, but let's continue. Now my mouse is inverted. What the f? So we were good on our way to finish a prototype when we noticed a problem. It started off pretty innocent.
Let's go. Ja, dat is een achternaam.
Ja, iemand heet misschien wel echt zo, weet je.
Making progress.
But then we realized, if these words are in here, what other words are in this library? And that's when we realized pretty much every bad word ever is in here. So big panic. We cannot present this game, have people play it, and have it suddenly saying f***ing bitch or way worse. So I manually went through this whole list to find every possible bad word. I spent several hours, and I removed over 500 words, and I still probably forgot some. So for this prototype, we added a disclaimer that the library might contain bad words. Imagine a little kid playing this game and suddenly the worst words he's ever heard flash in his screen. I mean, Wordle probably filters bad words too, right? Oh, I guess not. So I was creating a soundtrack, and with that I mean putting loops together a final splice. And boom! We don't have time left, okay? So I quickly made a main menu, and then I started making a root generator. Yeah, let me explain. So each level you choose a door, and at the end they want to show the path you walk. But we have 2 hours left. So Exy is obviously the better programmer, but he's still busy bug fixing. So I'm just giving it a try. And I was working on it, and well, it's not the best, but it works, kinda. I generate lines based on lines and add random names, and it totally works. Didn't even take an hour. Why can I not fix a couple doors quickly, but I can do this? So obviously this doesn't represent actual in-game experience yet. That would take too much time, but it gives an idea of what the game could feel like. So I have an hour left. Time to make the environment. So instead of making separate bricks, I'm just making one big rock with pillars and boom, bam, let's go, environment. Yeah, this looks alright. Done. Stop the timer. We still need to make a trailer. I've never edited something faster in my life. I just threw shit in, transitions, boom, export, bam, upload, done. So for about 10 seconds, we were chilling, thinking, we did it. We did it. We fucking did it. Then we watched the trailer file, and I only exported the last 6 seconds. It's just a shot of the roots. The actual game is not in the trailer. They are going to be showing this to everyone. Panic mode. We literally had 1.5 minutes left. So export, upload, wait for upload, done. And done. Okay, it's done. It's not centered. I guess this enemy's name is gay. That's pretty cool. I also added our intro, by the way. I made that earlier. And here you go. After this, we played it with several people. I didn't film it because I didn't have everyone's permission, but let's just say people liked it. There were some bugs, really big ones apparently. Sometimes shooting a ladder doesn't even work. And while we were complaining about that, the enemy suddenly threw the word denial at us. Is it sentient? Is it hearing us? What the f? So we got a bunch of feedback. Dragging the letters inside the little squares doesn't work well. And someone said, why can't you just type words? Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Also, there's no end or checkpoints, and there's a bunch of other stuff wrong. But we have a prototype, and people were really excited about the idea. So link in description to try it out. Let us know if you're interested in us finishing it, making new levels, adding other enemy types, properly fixing it. Then we might. Or maybe nobody is even watching this. I had fun either way. It's cool. We are working on fixing at least the biggest bugs. I'll use the description to keep you up to date. Also, you might have noticed there is a wacky mode button, which I didn't mention yet. Well, wacky mode is essentially playing with made-up words. So it kind of becomes a letter battle instead of a word battle. Really interesting way to play as well, if it works, that is. We're really proud of what we've done so far. Also, apparently our school was giving out an award for best game. We're just 2 second years around, so there's no way. We won! What the f? So I got 3 medals. There were also teams of 6 during the game jam, and with just the 2 of us, we got 6 medals to share. But pretty cool. This has been a crazy experience. This was also only my 2nd time doing a game jam. We also joined last year. We made something really weird. Huge progress since then. So awesome. Thanks for watching. Last video had 20 likes. We can do 30 this time. I know it. I will be doing way more stupidly ambitious things in the future. So subscribe. Check out my other game dev videos here or here. And bye.